Aquarius, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is your collective 2025 reading. So this is going to be a bit of an overview of what's going to go on, or what's currently due to go on in the year of 2025. Now it is collective, so not everything will resonate. Please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find messages in this for yourself, then please check your other placements where you're likely to find a message in there. Now, as I will be going through each month, I will make a timestamp of each month for you as well. So if you wanted to come back to it later in the year, it will be there timestamped for you to come back to. Because, yeah, you might just find something and go, oh, I remember watching that, and then feel like you want to come back to it. Plus, I would imagine it's going to be a bit of a long reading. The last few I've done have been just about an hour. So it'll make it nice to break down into chunks if you don't want to watch it all at once. So feel free to come back to it whenever you want to. So this is obviously going off what I'd normally do for this time of the month. It would normally be a self-reflection reading, but I figured an overview of 2025 is probably what most of you would prefer to have at this time of year. So let's get straight into it. So Spirit, can we get some cards, please, for Aquarius, for what's likely to happen in 2025. So the idea is we'll get some tarot cards for each month. Then we're going to pull some oracle cards to help clarify what's going on within the month. And then we'll also do your biggest challenges for the year, along with some advice as well. Get some more cards, please, Spirit. Let's see how many you've given me now. Can we get 4 more, please, Spirit? Oh. I'm going to leave those 2 out for December. You'll end in December on a high just because they're already out. So there's no point in me reading an overall energy, because what I am going to say is that the overall energy, if everything stays on track as what's on these cards, then yes, this would be the overall energy and you'd have a star in the reverse. However, because you can change things, there's no guarantee that these will actually happen, you know? You could do something in January and then something, your free will could change the course of whatever's planned here, and you could end up with something completely different. November could come into February, or, you know, so just take it with a pinch of salt, because you can change things as you're going along with all your free will. So this is just what is due to come in. If everything goes on track as it is now, then it's suggesting that overall for the year next year, you'll have a bit of healing that needs doing. You may not want to help other people as well. You may not even be interested in helping yourself or getting any help either. Definitely suggesting some healing there. Possibly a lack of faith in certain things as well, as an overall energy for the year. But when we've gone through your challenges and given you some advice, it may change the outcome a little bit more for your overview. So in January then, we have a 2 of Cups in the reverse. So this is suggesting to me that January time, you could potentially be falling out with somebody. Now this could be a friend, a family member, it could be a lover. It is very much a card of disconnect, disharmony. Now it could also be you falling out of a job. Maybe you're ending a job in January. But yeah, definitely suggesting that you're disconnecting from something or disengaging from something. You're in disharmony. So potentially arguments, fighting if you are in a relationship. Like I say, it could just be a family member. It could be a friend. It's some sort of soulmate, potentially. Somebody that you've got a deep soul connection with. That you're having this little bit of a disagreement with. Now, it doesn't even have to be a big disagreement. It's just some sort of disagreement within January. Something that's going to cause you a little bit of upset. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a long upset. You might only be fighting briefly. It could literally be a one-day thing. But it is something that is going to make you think throughout January. And it might dwell on you a little bit. So we do have, to clarify that Two of Cups, we have the Cat, independent. So it could potentially mean that you are split in some ways. So we've got, you are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. So it could be that you're breaking up from something. Maybe you're having an argument because you're not following the crowd. Maybe that's possibly what this disagreement's all about. You want to follow your own path. You're very much in tune with your own intuition. You don't feel the need to follow the crowd. So if you've got a friend or a family member, maybe there's some peer pressure going on, and you're deciding that it's just not for you. You're not following it, so you're just kind of nipping it in the bud. It could cause a little bit of aggression. Obviously, you've got some clear falling out in there, but it's just showing me that you're going to get on with what you want to do regardless, because that is the way forward that you want to go. We have inner desires as well. So set some intentions. You're entering a phase of plenty. And you are entering a phase of plenty, or may have a sudden windfall. Goals are within your grasp. So it could even be potentially that you may be arguing about money. Maybe something comes in and maybe you've got peer pressure trying to convince you to buy something and you just don't want to. Maybe you want to save that money, and for a rainy day, you might have other ideas of what you can do with that. We also have the Seer's Crystal. Now that is suggested, it signifies clarity, focus and divination. It calls for a clear vision and focus, and what does it say in it? It's telling you to have faith in situations where things seem obscured as well. So potentially you may not have a clear direction. Maybe you don't know a clear answer. Might not necessarily know the best course of action, but it is suggesting that you have faith in the universe, and and let your intuition guide you, and you'll have the right results that you're after. Now February, then we have the Ace of Wands. So that's telling me you are going to be starting something that you're going to find quite passionate. You're going to have a lot of energy in February too. Now this could be a passionate romance that you're starting. It could just be a new phase of life that you're going into, something that you've got a lot of passion and a lot of drive towards. That's too many cards, Spirit. I'll take the one that hit the floor or hit the thing. But yeah, so very much suggesting to me that you're going to be starting something new. Now it could also indicate a bit of traveling. The wands are usually an action card, so possibly a bit of travel going on there, maybe some movement towards somebody or towards something. It could be that you're getting a new job potentially, and you're just finding that you've got a lot of energy and a lot of drive towards that. Whatever it is, it's something that you're going to find a lot of enjoyment in. Now to clarify, we have the Unicorn with infinite possibilities. So you are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become legendary. So something that you're going to find a lot of passion in. Potentially some sort of love adventure there going on. But yeah, it does suggest that you are definitely going to be enjoying it. We've got enjoy the journey as well. Another card of suggesting potential enjoyment. So stay present and flexible. Many changes are going on for you and around you. These changes are not only good but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. So as long as you keep your mind set on the current and what's going on right now, then you'll stay in that enjoyment kind of mindset. It's very much suggesting to me that you're going to be definitely enjoying things, and like I say, you're going to have a lot of passion and a lot of drive for whatever this new start is. We have the eclipse as well. Now the eclipse signifies transformation, concealment and revelation. It suggests a time of significant change where something important is being revealed or transformed, urging you to embrace the change. So there's a lot of new, a lot of change going on for you. So you're getting a lot of passion and a lot of drive towards something in February. Now in March, we have a Four of Wands. So you're feeling a little bit unstable. Now this could be a potential separation here in March. The Four of Wands is very much, or it can be an ending to something that was a long-term relationship, a long-term stable relationship. It's also suggesting a period of not celebrating. In the upright, it's very much a happy celebration, potential marriage, stability. In the reverse, it's not. It's very much feeling down on your luck, not feeling stable, not wanting to celebrate things, potentially isolating as well, because when it's in the upright, it is very much a social card too, enjoying the company of others. But yeah, in the reverse, you're not really enjoying other people's company. So it could very much be that you might be isolating yourself a little bit as well in March. If you were in a relationship, like I say, it could potentially be coming to an end. Now, that could also just be a job. Maybe you've had a job that you've been in long term, and it's something that you built a lot of stability around, and it just could be that you're finally coming to, to part with that, and you might be moving on to something else because you've found something here that you've got a lot of passion towards. So it could just be simply that maybe you start something part-time in February on the side, and you're moving into something new that you've got a lot more passion to, and you decide to take it on full time and move towards that. Now we've got Heron, patience for clarity. So create a place of nature stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So definitely suggesting there's going to be some potential alone time there going on. We've got persistent drive. See what you desire and move towards that goal. It's time to zero in on your purpose. Use your intuition and instincts to guide you to your optimal outcome. So you might have to do a little bit of soul searching there to help work out what it is that you want. You've got a lot of drive, but it's keeping that motivation to go towards whatever it is that you want. We've got connect to source as well. So go within to discover what needs to be done. Create the shift required to attract what you want. So again, very much looking at what it is that you actually want from things. Making that decision on what do you want long term. Do you want something you've got passion towards? Do you want something that is more, potentially, how do I put it? Stable, but you've not got as much fire and drive towards? Or is it something where what is your higher calling, basically? What is it that you feel you want the most? And now we also have spirit animal and the serpent coil. So the serpent coil here represents healing, rebirth and protection. It suggests a time of personal healing or transformation where old skins are shed for new growth. And then spirit animal, where's that one? So that represents instinct, nature and personal power. It encourages you to connect with your primal strength and wisdom of the natural world. So again, very much suggesting that you take some time to yourself and that there is a bit of healing to happen there. So potentially that is coming with the ending of something that, like I say, it's either going to be a relationship or something that you thought was quite stable and was going to be there for the long term. So something is going to be happening there, and you just need to do a little bit of healing from it. In April then, we have a Knight of Cups in the reverse. So this is suggesting to me that in April, you're not necessarily relying on your feelings. It could very well be that you don't feel like it's the right time to take something to the next stage. The Knight of Cups, if you're in a relationship, it's suggesting that you're not ready to take the next stage of that relationship at this point in time. They're very much someone that doesn't trust their feelings. They don't necessarily know how far, it's like if you feel like you're in love, you don't believe it. You don't necessarily understand what it is that you're feeling. So you just don't rely on it. Now, the Knight of Cups can also be energy of you not necessarily knowing what it is that you actually want when it's in the reverse. So it's suggesting that you're trying to move fast, but you just don't know 100% what it is that you want at this point in time in April. It does look as though you might want to give a message out to somebody though, but it could also be that you don't know how to convey that message. So the Knight of Cups there, he's got his cup of love ready to give it to someone, but he's just a little bit unsure as to who or where, or even how to get that message out. So could represent a few different things for a few different people. Now we have the Loon, which is intuitive. So listen to the song of your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you're loved. So it's suggesting that if you don't know what you want yet, take some time to yourself to work it out. And that ultimately you need to be listening to your intuition, because you do ultimately know what you want, but you're not listening to it. So where you're not necessarily, where you may be disconnecting from your emotions and not truly believing your emotions, it's telling you to lean into it a little bit more. Trust your gut, it's very much you're with you where your instincts are, where your intuition's concerned. It's not so much thinking and overthinking, because you've already learned everything with your intuition. Your intuition's gained from wisdom and doing things over and over again. And it's your soul learning things. And it's very much a case of you don't even need to think. You just know the answer to it. It's very much a feeling. It's that gut feeling that you have, or just a feeling in general that that exact thing is right. That's very much what your intuition is. So just lean into that a little bit more. And taking some time out, maybe doing some meditation, will help you do that. So if you don't know what direction to go, you're overthinking so much, you just don't know what to do, just take some time to yourself, do a bit of meditation, and that should, it may help. Obviously, everybody's different, so people will tune out and zone out in different ways to lean into their intuition. So whatever it is that helps you tap into your intuition, it's suggesting that you do that. So we have safe and surrounded by love as well. So keep your heart open and know that you are being protected. Listen to what you know to be true and allow yourself to see and understand what's going on around you. So very much listen to your emotions, listen to your feelings, because what they're telling you is right. They're not lying to you. Your feelings don't lie to you. People lie to you. Your feelings won't lie to you. You can lie to yourself, but your feelings aren't going to be lying to you. And then we've got total submersion. So don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project, interest or goal. Give it 100% of your energy and you may find what life has been lacking. So very much go for it. When you've worked out what it is that you want, when you've used that intuition and you want to go towards it, go at it full force. Don't half in, half out. Don't give it a lack of energy, go at it completely. And then we have the candle's flame. Let me get the meaning for this one. I've been quite lucky with the first few because, they're in such a tiny book. I've had to photocopy all of the different pages out to put them on A4, and all the others were right at the beginning. Right, so the candle's flame then symbolises hope, illumination and guidance. It is a beacon in the dark, guiding you through uncertainty and illuminating the path. So very much suggesting to me that there's going to be a light in the darkness. So when you lean into your intuition, it'll help you see the clarity that you do need. Going into May then, we have the Six of Cups. Now that Six of Cups is telling me that you are looking back at the past, possibly feeling a bit nostalgic here. Now you could also be embodying some childlike energy as well in May. This could also be a return of somebody from your past, somebody that you had happy memories with. It could be somebody from your childhood. It could be an ex. It could be a long lost family member. You know, it's suggesting to me that it's somebody or something that is going to bring you happiness. It could just be, like I say, you thinking about the past itself with fond memories. Now, it could be a return of a soulmate, maybe somebody that you haven't even met, but somebody that your soul remembers from a past life, potentially. But yeah, it looks as though it's going to be, I want to say, a happy month for you. Whether living in nostalgia is happy, but whatever it is, it's going to make you feel a little bit lighter. We've got a lot of darker energies, you being on your own. I mean, it could still be you taking time on your own and you just thinking about the past and you having those nostalgic memories. But whatever it is, they're happy memories. They're not making you sad. They're making you feel happier and lighter. Yes, it could be you missing the past, but I don't feel like it is. I feel like it's more something coming to return from your past, or like I say, you just taking on that innocent childlike energy from the past. So we've got Peacock vibrancy. So you were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life, and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. So potentially somebody from your past could be returning that you may be turning down, that you may have gone over. Maybe you've got somebody that may have been jealous from you in the past. It's very much suggesting don't rub your success in the face. Just be very grateful, have that humble attitude so that you can continue getting good things. We've got Ladybug, good luck. So you are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colourful you. You bless the world with colour and good luck. So very much, any memories that are coming up that may make you feel a little bit worried or a little bit sad, it's suggesting that you just let those go. Feel in the now. Stop. If you've got any memories that are coming up to the surface that you're thinking of from the past that give you bad memories, ground yourself, think in the now. And just think, those memories are in the past. They can't hurt you. The only person that's hurting you is you thinking about them. So you're in control of that. Things that are in the past have already happened. The pain from that has already happened. If you're reliving that pain, it's because you're letting yourself dwell on it, And be very much mindful of you control all of that yourself. You control your own mental abuse that you may be giving to yourself if you're sitting there replaying happy memories that then make you feel sad. So it's all right to have those memories and feel good about those memories, but don't live in them. We've got keeping it in check. So pay attention to what is going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. So it could be suggesting that certain things from your past are going to be cropping up and you haven't necessarily learnt them. So maybe certain red flags that you've learnt in the past and things that you should be remembering are coming up, but you're missing them because you're living in the past. You might be too focused on things from the past that you can't see what's in front of you at the minute. So try and keep things in the now. Like I say, by all means, think about the past. Remember those happy memories, but make sure you're living in the now, not living in the past. And make sure that you are aware of the things that are going on around you. And we also have the Mystics table. Let me get that one. Mystics table. So that represents tools, preparation and a readiness. It signifies the need to prepare and equip yourself for the journey or task ahead. So it does look as though you're going to have some sort of task coming in, possibly a journey out of nostalgia. I mean, we have got a travel card coming up next. So it could be that you're starting to prepare yourself for some traveling that's going to happen in June as well. Whatever it is, maybe you're going to be traveling towards somebody from the past, or maybe you're taking a trip to something that you've been thinking about that's from the past. Maybe, you've realized that you had some happy memories from a particular place you visited as a child, and then you're looking to take a trip to it. We do have this 8 of Wands coming out for June. So that is very much suggesting to me that there is going to be some travel going on. The 8 of June is very much a fast moving card. So again, making sure that you're not moving too fast, because we do have that card there saying that you are moving too fast. So make sure that you are taking your time with certain things and you're not rushing into things. But this 8 can also be a card of communication. That's too many cards, Spirit. So you could have some sort of message coming in, possibly an apology of some form. It does feel to me very much it's a fast message, a fast communication that could be coming in to you, and it's got a bit of passion behind it too, or it's going to be something passionate. Now, whether that is passionate as in loving passionate and somebody expressing love, or whether it is just that somebody, that's too many cards again, Spirit, whether it's just a very charged message. So you can have a passion in a lot of different ways. Somebody could be trying to express themselves in a passionate way that could come across a little bit aggressive and angry as well. And I'm only saying that because it's just the speed of the way the card comes in for the 8 of Wands. And with you having to prepare for what to come in, that's very much suggesting to me that you could be preparing for that. So we have the Moose, wisdom. So let your head and mind reach the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. So it could even be communication, messages coming from the divine through to you, your higher self. You could be communicating with yourself, and it's suggesting that you need to keep your feet grounded, but, let those messages come through to you. We have adrift in shallow water. So take a few deep breaths and reconnect to your inner peace. Notice the small things and appreciate them. So if it is communication from someone else, it could get you a little bit agitated. So you might need to do some breathing exercises. You might need to be doing some grounding to keep yourself centered. We also have healing hands, the cosmic dance, and the phoenix rising. Let's get those for you. So the healing hands represents comfort, care and healing. It suggests a time for healing, whether physical, emotional or spiritual, and or receiving, giving care. The phoenix rising symbolises renewal, resilience and rebirth from adversity. It's a powerful reminder of your ability to rise from challenges stronger. And then the cosmic dance, where's that one? Represents harmony, universal connection, and the rhythm of life. It suggests finding balance in life's complexities and embracing the dance of existence. So it does suggest to me that this message that's coming along could be something that could be a bit controversial to you. It could cause you to need a little bit of healing. Whatever it is going to help you find balance though and peace. So it is something that's going to help you balance out. So it might be a message that you may have been waiting for a while. But it is going to come in fast in June. Now in July, we have a 3 of Wands. So you've lost patience for something in July. So you are no longer waiting for something to come towards you. The 3 of Wands is very much a card of you've done... So maybe, for instance, you've done a big job at work, you're waiting for a bonus. When it's in the upright, you're waiting for that payoff to come. You're now fed up of waiting. You don't think that payoff's going to come, so you're giving up. So that could be any number of things. It could be that you're waiting for somebody to come and apologise. Maybe you're waiting for a decision to be made on something. Maybe here you've had that heated argument in June, potentially, with this communication. You're waiting for a bit of an apology, or you're waiting for something to come to fruition from it, and you're just kind of giving up waiting now. In July, you've kind of hit that point where you're ready to just either move towards something new or just throw in the towel and turn your back on it. Yeah, very much losing patience. Now we have a squirrel that's come out. Let's get one more. Come on. Oh, that's too many, Spirit. Thank you. So the squirrel then, always prepared. So you are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future and life will give you all you need. So very much suggesting that, you know, whatever's going on, just make that plan and prepare yourself for the future. Stop worrying about what hasn't come towards you yet, you know, and the universe will provide whatever you need. So we've got single-mindedness. Choose your own path and what is best suited to you. So maybe what you're waiting for is somebody else to make a decision on something that is going to involve you, and it's saying, do you know what, make the decision that's best for you. Stop waiting for other people. We've got replacing what was lost. So you now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew, create with a new perspective or outlook. This card also indicates abundance is on the horizon. So potentially, if something has ended, you could be looking at rekindling it. That's what you could be losing patience with. Maybe instead of waiting for someone to come to you, you go towards somebody else. It could very well be that you, if you've lost a job or you've lost some money somewhere, you are looking for ways to replace it. You're potentially taking the steps to recuperate that money. Again, preparing for the future, making sure that you are replacing the stability that you've potentially lost already. And we have ocean depths as well. There's the ocean depths. Let me get that one. So the ocean depths then represents mystery, the unknown, and deep emotions. This card encourages you to delve deeper into your feelings and explore what lies beneath the surface of your conscience. So it's suggesting to me as well that you do a little bit of thinking about what it is that you want. Start making decisions about what you actually want from things and plan your steps towards them. So there's a running theme that I've got going on here where there's a lot of you having to do some contemplation over what it is that you actually want and move towards that. We do have a lot of you losing patience for things. We've got you not necessarily knowing what you want. I think you might need to make some options for yourself. Maybe you putting all your eggs in one basket and hoping that all pans out, where you might need to have a plan A, plan B, plan C kind of thing. So maybe potentially make a few plans of what you're going to be doing instead of putting everything in one place. Now in August we have a Ace of Pentacles, so potentially a new job or something that you are going to be finding as an opportunity for new stability. So that could be, you could even be getting some sort of windfall, maybe a lottery win or inheritance payout, an insurance payout, for instance, as well. It could be maybe a legal payout of some sort. Maybe you're waiting for, I don't know, maybe some sort of legal judgment to come your way. But it's suggesting to me that you're going to have a start of new abundance. Could be a pay rise if you're not moving job. It could even be that you're starting a relationship with somebody that is very successful, and they'll bring you stability and abundance. But it's definitely something that you're going to see as a start of new abundance. So we've got dear love. So be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and self-grace. We've got sea otter, happiness. So be the master of playful living. Release expectations. Enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. So this is very much suggesting to me that you're going to be loving whatever is bringing you abundance, whether that is love itself, you know, another person, or whether that is just that you're going to be loving a new job. It is something that is going to make you very happy, and it's going to give you some fulfillment. We've got where you need to be. So acknowledge how you're feeling. Have faith that the universe will take care of the current concern by providing the best possible outcome for all involved. And then we have fireflies glow as well. There's this one. So the fireflies glow, it symbolises guidance, small lights and hope. It reminds you that even in darkness there is a light of guidance available, and sometimes the smallest lights are the most significant. So very similar to this candle's flame here. So if you are feeling a little bit of the unknown, you know, don't worry about it. There's always hope in the unknown. So that whatever this new abundance could be, this new start for you, it could seem a little bit scary at times, but it is suggesting that there is hope. So don't lose hope, don't lose faith in whatever it is that you're going through. September, then we have a Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So it is suggesting to me that you're going to be doing a lot of juggling in September. Now, it's not very successful juggling either, so you need to be very careful that you don't burn yourself out. Now, what this juggling is, I'm not sure. It could be work, it could be home life, it could be people. Whatever it is for you, it is something where you're not, it's a little bit too much for you, and you might be getting yourself a little bit overwhelmed. That's too many cards, Spirit. So you just need to be very careful in September from getting too overwhelmed with things and doing too much. So we have the bee, community. So you are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. So suggesting to me that you may need to reach out for help then. If you've got too much on your plate, it is suggesting that, you know, get in touch with the people around you in your community. You've got people out there that would be willing to help. So very much put your feelers out there and get yourself some help, because you are taking on a little bit too much. We've got blend into the environment. So you may have many skills and can fit into any situation. Take time to assess what's going on around you and adapt accordingly. So very much there, a card of juggling. So very much you can take on a lot of things. You can adapt to a lot of things. But you need to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. And if you don't, that's where you're going to cause yourself some issues. Because if you take on too much and you don't know quite the load that you're getting yourself into, that's where you're going to find this imbalance. and where you're going to need to get that help. So we've got Labyrinth, the Rainbow Bridge, and the Hidden Garden with these ones. So the Labyrinth then represents life's journey, complexity and discovery. It suggests a period of navigating complex situations, urging you to trust your intuition and find your way through. So very much there about navigating through tough situations. So if you are very much juggling too much, you know, it's making your way through, making sure that you don't exhaust yourself getting to the end, making sure that you stop and you rest when you need to. We have the Rainbow Bridge, symbolizing connection, hope and promise. It represents the bridging of gaps, whether emotional, spiritual or physical, and the promise of better times. So it may seem a bit tough with all the juggling that you're doing, but there are better times coming. That Rainbow Bridge bridges gaps, so it bridges gaps between you and other people. So very much, again, suggesting that there are people around you that can help. Very much suggesting that you need to tap into that community for that support. And then we have the Hidden Garden. Let me get that one for you. So the Hidden Garden embodies inner beauty, hidden talents and discovery. It suggests there are unexplored and beautiful aspects within you waiting to be discovered and nurtured. So it could very well be that something that you're taking on is going to help bring out some new sort of strengths that you may not have known about before. It could also be that you asking for help could get people to show you these new strengths. But it does look as though you're going to have an untapped reserve of strengths that you're going to be finding out about in September as well, that's going to help you through all of this. Now October, then we have the Temperance. So it's suggesting to me that you're going to be in a lot of balance. So that Two of Pentacles, where you're out of balance, you're going to be finally balancing it with this Temperance card in October. You're going to be back in harmony with yourself. You're also going to be having a lot of faith in the universe. And with the Temperance, it's suggesting that there's been a lot of healing that's occurred as well. But yeah, definitely suggesting to me that you're stabilizing. So your emotions will be stabilizing. Your mental clarity stabilizing, so your heart and your head are all in line and in tune, very much working as one, so not having a war between your heart and your head. Very much believing in the universe and everything that's coming in, and having that faith that things are going to be going good for you and that you're getting things that you need. We have the Goose in the knowing. So you are a brave traveller. Your soul knows the way. Be confident. You will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry. You are blessed. Let yourself fly. So very much relying on your intuition with that Temperance card there as well. You know exactly what it is that you need. You've got that faith in your higher self. You've got faith in the universe there. Faith in a lot of other things, and it's all bringing itself into balance within you. We have the Orca Whale with adventure. So dare to do things differently, sing your wild song, manifest your travel dreams, attempt the great journey with confidence, be loyal, friends and family are your treasures, be brave, you are more powerful than you know. And we have love where you are. And that's exactly what you're going to be doing. You're going to be loving exactly where you are because you're in balance and harmony with yourself. Use your sensitivity to know when to act. Connect your heart to your head when determining what you would like. And that's exactly what you're going to be doing with that Temperance card. Like I say, your heart and your head are going to be in full alignment. So you'll be able to discern whatever it is that you want. And your intuition will help you a lot with that because it will be working beautifully while everything's aligned. And we have the Crystal Cave. Just get that one for you. I do apologise if I keep dipping in and out with the sound. It's because I keep going to get my little sheets that I've got on a different desk. And I keep turning my head. Alright, so the crystal cave then represents inner exploration, hidden treasures and self-discovery. It invites you to delve into your inner world, discovering the untapped potential and hidden treasures within. So very much like the hidden garden. So you've still got untapped potential that you can tap into. So you may have started unlocking it in September, and you may be continuing to unlock that in October. Whatever it is, it's bringing you balance. So maybe you start some new kind of spiritual practice or something that calms you down and lightens you up a little bit in October, and you're going to be tapping into that and continuing it through. Nope, you're starting that in September, and you're going to be tapping into that, continuing it in October, and it helps lift things up and balances you out. November, you're feeling a little bit trapped. You're doing a lot of overthinking, so you're very stuck in your own head in November about something. Obviously, I'm not going to be sure on what that is, but whatever it is, you are obsessively thinking about it. The Eight of Swords is very much somebody that has the ability to free themselves up. So if you have a look here, she's very much, her legs are not bound. She's not got any swords in front of her. She could very much walk forward. I mean, even if you look at how her arms are bound behind her back, she could probably just move them forward. They don't even look like they're bound, you know. But yeah, very much keeping herself stuck there. It's a very mental thing, not wanting to see something that's in front of you. That's why she's got the blindfold on as well, keeping herself stuck from seeing clarity. Now, it does suggest to me that you are very much overthinking something, and you're just not wanting to see something for what it is. And you're keeping yourself stuck in a particular energy, in a particular place. So we've got pronghorn action. And that is what you need to do when you're getting in the Eight of Swords energy. So now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. So it's telling you very much stop overthinking certain situations. You lean into your intuition a bit more as well, because your senses will let you know what's right. We've got in the light of the moon. So a full moon can shine light on what you have been resisting. This can be anything from your fears to your soul's beauty. So potentially, if you're into witchcrafted moon rituals, maybe there's a ritual that you could do to help you find clarity. Moon bathing, potentially, doing a bit of that and sitting there under the moon. It might be very cold in November, I'm not going to lie. Don't think I want a moon bathe in November. Not here in the UK anyway. It's cold. I'm pretty sure we had snow this year in November. So no, not for me. But you know, some people, you could moon bathe in your bedroom, have your curtains open, let the moon bathe you on your bed. But very much suggesting that, you know, where there's going to be a bit of a full moon, you might find some clarity on a particular situation. It may just come to you. Very much suggesting that whenever the full moon is in November, whatever this stuck situation is, you're going to get some clarity at that point in time. And then we have the sacred mandala as well. Let's get that one for you. There are too many that start with the sacred. Do apologise. Okay, so the sacred mandala embodies unity, completeness and focus. It suggests a journey towards inner unity the importance of focusing on your spiritual center. So very much leaning into your intuition, using your higher self as your guide. Now December then. December's full. You've got a lovely December. I like the look of this December. We have the Six of Wands, success, happiness, popularity. This could mean a number of different things. It can very much mean success at work, popularity at work, recognition for things that you've been doing. This could be success in a relationship, recognition in a relationship, recognition of doing hard work, and people adoring you, basically, is what this card suggests. Now, sometimes it can be a really good card. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a, depending on what kind of success it is. Obviously, if you've got an online following, you will know that success comes with haters. So always take success with a pinch of salt, because there's always somebody that will poo-poo all over your success because they're jealous and they just don't like it when other people succeed and they want to put them down, so just be wary with that. But you are going to have a successful December. We like that. And we've also got the Judgment card. So you are going to be making a final decision on something. Now, this can represent some sort of reconciliation with an ex-partner. It could just be you making a final decision on a particular aspect of your life that you're not going to go back to. So the judgment itself can be one or the other. Now, if it is to do with an ex-partner coming back into your life, it can also just be you getting some closure on that particular chapter. It's you deciding whether or not you want to go back into that, but in a different way. It's not so much jumping back onto the wheel and going and repeating exactly the same thing, because you've already got off the wheel. When you've hit this, you've learnt your lesson from the wheel. You are making a final decision as to whether or not you want to try again, potentially. Now, it can also be you making a final decision on a particular job that you're deciding to leave. It can be any number of things. It can also be you, looking at this particular card, it could be you giving up a certain aspect of your lifestyle. We have the Devil here, and he's in the reverse. So this can very much be you giving up addictions of some form. So maybe you were a bit of a drinker, and this is you giving up on that. You're making a decision to leave negativity behind. You're making a decision to give up on some sort of addictions. Maybe that's New Year's resolutions, whatever it is. It's very much suggesting to me that you are making a decision to get out of some sort of toxic, negative energies. Now, it could be at work. If you are making a final decision on work, maybe you were leaving because it was a toxic workplace, or a very toxic environment to be working in. It could be any number of things, but whatever it is, you're breaking free of some sort of bondage, something that was keeping you in a negative headspace. Very much following your intuition and seeing what's actually good for you. This is very much a wake-up call, a decision on, what is good for you, and following it. And that Devil there, like I say, it can represent a number of things. It can be certain personality traits that you may have had, and codependency, if you were in a codependent relationship previously. It could be, like I say, addictions. And when I say addictions, it doesn't have to be the normal isms like alcoholism, or it doesn't have to be gambling. What are the main ones? Alcoholism, gambling, and drug addictions. But you've also got things like being a workaholic. That is toxic as well. You've also got being addicted to money itself. So obviously that comes with working, gambling, whatever you can do to make money. Being somebody that is addicted to game consoles. Being addicted to just being lazy. Being addicted to food. There's a lot of different type of addictions out there. Lots of different things that can cause negative connotations. You've also then got any negative personality traits. So being somebody that's extremely pessimistic all the time, you know, that could be a massive downer. You know, if you've got people that are energy vampires around you, you could be cutting them off because you know that they're just sucking all the energy out of you, and you've got nothing left to give, kind of thing. So whatever it is, it's very much you having that successful cut off of whatever it is, or that successful, because this could be, like I say, this is you making a final decision on a judgment to remove something from your life. Now, it doesn't have to be a partnership. Like I say, it's not necessarily you removing a toxic partner. It could just be you removing a particular aspect from a partnership. Maybe if you've struggled with communication in a partnership, this could be you making that decision to actually get rid of that negativity from your relationship and start communicating better and taking the steps to do that. And it's showing me that you're going to have that success. We have owl, magic. So choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. So like we're saying, very much leaning into your intuition to make those decisions. Then we've got take note. Your answers are being given to you. Quiet and external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. We've got rediscover your zeal. And when you get rid of negative and toxic energies, that's what you do. You rediscover yourself. So pay attention to the passion you are feeling for discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality, travel, your work, or your relationships. Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. And then we've got sacred flame and guiding light. Let me get those for you. So the sacred flame then symbolises passion, transformation and purification. It calls for embracing change, allowing old ways to be burned away and embracing and emerging renewed and energized. So very much making that final decision and getting rid of things that don't serve you anymore. And then where's the guiding light? That guiding light represents mentorship and direction. This card assures you that help is available, whether through a person, a sign, or your inner wisdom. So very much suggesting that if you do need help with cutting certain things out, it is available for you. So potentially that could be relevant if you are looking at giving up something that you are addicted to, or even things like counselling if it's certain negative traits that you're then going to have to heal from, or if you're cutting negative people out, you know, going through things like that could mean that you might need a little bit of help. Okay, so let's get you a few other oracle cards for what's going on now. I did have, there they are. Let's get you some Moonology ones. So these are going to be, in fact, no, I'll do the Moonology in a minute. So let's get you some Romance Angels. So we might be able to get you some information with regards to romance that's going on for the year for you. Right, so we've got a few that have come out upside down. I normally read them in the upright, but as they are all bouncing upside down. So the upright ones, we've got express your love, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. We have passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Now, what I find interesting is we've got release your ex in the reverse, which says that the time has come to clear your energy, you know, but this is saying don't release them. But then we've also got reconciliation in reverse. So why would you not release them if you're not going to reconcile? So a little bit weird to me. But yeah, someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, we do have that with the Six of Cups. So potentially that could just mean that someone from the past is coming, but you don't have any intention of reconciling with that particular person. There might be more than one person going on here. And then we've got love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Now, that also came out in the reverse, which I don't agree with, because self-respect and loving yourself should always come first. Now, that could be one of the codependent behaviors or it could be a codependent behavior that you need to break free from. That could be part of what that devil behavior is that is in reverse. You needing to break free from not loving yourself, because a lot of these cards say that you need to make choices based on yourself, and you can't do that if you don't love yourself, or you'll find it harder to do that if you don't love yourself. Right, so your Angel of Abundance card, we have the conscious consumer. So you have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you purchase only that which you need. So suggesting that you potentially be relatively frugal with your purchases throughout the year. Buy only what you need, and where possible, buy natural and organic goods. Let's get you an Angel of Light as well. Forgiveness. So angel wisdom reminds you that challenging people and situations are sent to you as your most important teachers. Without them, your soul would not grow. Your guidance is to let go of the hurt, resentment, and anger of the past. When you forgive others and yourself, your karma is rubbed out of your soul records. You will enjoy love in your heart and lightness in spirit. Ask the angels to help you dissolve your hurt, anger, and guilt. They will take your burdens from you. When you love unconditionally, there is nothing to forgive. Love is forgiving, so open your heart and give love. Your affirmation: I forgive myself and others. I am free. And we'll get you a kitchen witch as well. So these are all different herbs and things that could help you out in certain situations throughout the year. That's too many cards, Spirit. We only want one. Now knocking over trees. Ooh, seaweed. Prediction. Let's get you what that one is. So a little weather magic is on the cards when you hang me outside your door, for I can predict what is to come. Your desire is to know the future has been bubbling under the surface as your prophetic potential lays dormant, waiting to be discovered. Your natural augury abilities will soon rise, and scrying into a pool of water will become your favourite witchy pastime. As you unite with the Undines, the elemental spirits of water, focus on moon law and the ebb and flow of the tides to raise winds and cause storms as you work with chaotic forces of nature, connecting with the sea witch within. Using knot magic will enable you to control and generate the winds that will blow you right on course. So dive in deeply to retrieve the lost treasure that is your birthright and will support you as you sail towards the horizon of your destiny. Wow, so seaweed will help you with making predictions and reaching your destiny. Yeah, so you can also eat seaweed, and I am very aware that there is an amazing edible glitter substitute that is made from seaweed, and it looks very pretty on cakes. Just saying, I love glitter, especially now that it's organic. One of my friends that I used to work with hate me because I used to glitter them all the time. They're so glad that I work from home now and I can't glitter them. Oh, so sad. Yes, I am one of those that would bake and cover everything in sparkles. Obviously, edible glitter is, amazing. Right, so we'll get you some moonologies, and what these moonologies are for is to help identify where your biggest parts of the year come in. So possibly where your challenges that we're going to do next are going to hit, or just where the most profound moments of the year are going to be for you. So we've got your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. The end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. And a personal issue reaches a resolution, full moon in Cancer. I'm not sure where they are. I really should have Googled before I did my readings. Right, so let's get into what are your main challenges for the year, and then we'll get you some advice on that as well. I was doing so well with your reading at one point. I was at 35 minutes and I'd done more than half of the cards. or the months, I should say. And I seem to have gone over an hour already. And most of them were at half an hour by the time I'd hit the middle of June. So, never mind. Right, so we've got the Three of Pentacles. So, working with others is going to be a bit of a challenge. Very much making sure that you've got the skills to do a particular job. So where we were looking at potentially moving to a new job, working with others could be a tad challenging there. We have an Eight of Swords, so definitely that overthinking is something that is going to be a challenge to you. You might be doing a lot of overthinking there, possibly keeping yourself stuck. Now you could be doing that quite a lot during the year, because that's possibly why you've got a lot of cards where you're being seem to be delayed on certain things, where you're hesitating, you're not necessarily sure what you want, and that's a lot to do with you overthinking. Now we do have a Queen of Pentacles, so that could be a person that is causing you a bit of a challenge. The Queen of Pentacles is usually Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. It's somebody that they like the finer things in life. They are very much wanting stability, and they do have stability, and they also like the luxuries at home. They make the home as well. The Queen of Pentacles do. There's very much somebody that will furnish the home with lots of luxury items because she can afford it. Very much somebody that's nurturing, very giving as well. She's a very good queen. Now, whether this is something that you want to embody yourself, and that could be why it's a bit of a challenge, because you want the home, the stability, the finer things in life. Now, it could be that your job may not be paying enough, and it could be that working with other people could be very challenging, and that could be part of why you've got this as a challenge, because having to work with other people potentially means that you are not getting what you need. Let me get one more. So I'm just getting you the advice cards as well. Ooh. So we have a Nine of Swords, which is telling me that you need to make sure that you're getting plenty of sleep. The Nine of Swords is somebody that was very anxious and getting sleepless nights, but this is them coming out of that. So making sure you're getting plenty of rest. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel anxious about certain things. If you are, then you need to make sure that you're doing some healing. In the upright, it's somebody that's very anxious, very guilty, or not so very guilty, but has a guilty conscience, potentially going through depression, anxiety. So if you're somebody that's struggling to break free from that and come out of that, then it would be recommended that you potentially get some help. And that could be what you find challenging, working with other people to maybe get yourself out of this particular situation. And that could be what working is with somebody else. Maybe it's potentially a counsellor, some sort of professional that you have to work with to get yourself out of feeling guilty or depressed. We also have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So it is suggesting to me that you may be taking on a lot. So you do need to be careful when you're taking on a lot, in case you burn yourself out. So very much making sure that you are trying to balance things out when you are taking on a lot. And we have the Lovers as well. So you have got a big choice that you do need to make with regards to this. So you've got to make sure that you're making the right choice for you. So potentially where this Two of Pentacles is coming in, and you're out of balance, you're going to have to be doing some inner reflection, and that could be very much why you need to make sure you're getting a lot of rest, because you could be very, very much exhausted from overworking, or whatever it is that you're juggling. You could be exhausted from it, so making sure that you're getting a lot of rest so that you can make the best decision that you can possibly make. And it's also making sure that you're in unity with that decision. This particular card, if you have a look at it, it looks very much like a yin yang kind of. You've got the two different sides of the card. It's split up. You probably can't see it very much on the camera, but it's very much suggesting to me very much like yin yang kind of thing with this particular Lovers card. So making sure that you're completely in balance when you're doing things and you're making the decisions. Now, it could be that you also have a choice between lovers to make as well. With this, you could have a choice between two people. That could be very much why you've got these two cards here. And you've got to make a choice on what is best for you. Now, you don't even have to choose a person. You can just choose yourself if you need to. You know, whatever is best for you, making sure that your heart and your head are aligned when you make that decision, and that you're not being rushed into it, okay? Right, I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Aquarius. If you did, don't forget to give us a thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to other people that need to hear it. Thank you very much for sticking it out. If you managed to get all the way through the reading, it's very much appreciated. Good luck in 2025, and thank you very much for joining me.